Why Can't You Be Normal is an immersive audio story that asks you, the listener, to walk in the shoes of an addict in recovery. This is a window into how we made the music, particularly our approach to creating music with a group of people who don't identify as musicians themselves. Made by Mortals bring lived experience to life. In this project, we worked with university researchers, a fantastic organisation called Early Break, a team of professional artists, and a group of people who bravely shared their lived experience and imaginations to create the story. In the story, we meet Hayley. She is an addict in recovery. This is a big week for Hayley. Her children were removed a year ago to live with her parents, but this week they'll be returning to live with her. In just a few days, they'll be back together, just where she wants them to be. One of the first things the Lived Experience group decided was that Hayley loves chill-out deep house music. So we decided to explore this in more detail and for our music use instruments that are mainly from this style. For example, synthesizers, a bright piano sound, and a particular drum kit called an 808 kit used by music producers and beat makers in the 1980s. In workshops with the group, we also explored how we could use music to represent their lived experience in the story. The group talked about addiction being like a wolf, constantly snapping at Hayley's heels, stalking her. To represent this idea through sound, we used the drone effects you can hear in the background now. So in the story, whenever Hayley reflects back to a time in her past, this drone plays in the background, like a wolf, always there, stalking her, sometimes quietly in the background, sometimes roaring at her. The longer it goes on, the sound becomes louder and harsher and more difficult for Hayley to avoid. We also composed music in the story to underscore the dialogue. For this, the group decided that the music should have a relentless pulse to it and at a fairly quick tempo. This is because they suggested it could represent Hayley's heartbeat racing because of her anxiety. So listen to the kick drum, a low-pitched drum sound pounding on every beat to show this. The title of the piece comes from a line one of Hayley's children says to her in the story. We asked the group to imagine how the child would say this line to their parent and match the natural rhythm and intonation of their voice to create this short tune. This tune is heard several times in the music, reminding Hayley who she is doing this for. Imagine one of Hayley's children saying, "Why can't you be normal?" as you hear this tune again from the final piece. The last thing I'm going to share is how we use music to mirror Hayley's journey through the story. In the final piece, the music begins with quite a dark, uncertain mood, partly because of the use of what's called minor chords. But this is a story of hope, and this is shown by brightening the sound of some of the instruments as the music progresses, and ending in a major, more happy and optimistic sound world. Thanks for listening.